Just wanted to take a second to talk about Buddhism as a way of life instead of being as something that you're kind of bound to, that you're stuck with, that you're pledging your allegiance to. Buddhism is more of a way of trying to find our ways through life without that attachment. So, this talk by this guru, we're going to just kind of go through some of the main thoughts. But when we look at life long enough, you'll see all of these unsatisfactory things are inevitable, and all of the satisfactory things are not inevitable, are not, I guess the word evitable, and not always going to happen for you. You're not always going to get that pay raise. You're not always going to stay healthy. That person that you love isn't always going to love you back. Your pet is going to die or run away or whatever. Something bad's always going to happen. But kind of if you look at life, you see that all humans are in the same place and they're all struggling to make their way through this world. And if we look even wider, we see that all sentient beings go through similar situations of loss, of um, deprivation, of famine, right? Being hunted, killed, not knowing where things are, losing loved ones, part of their herd, etc. So once you get that far out in your viewpoint, you can't stay because you cannot be that limited with your only tiny circle of concern for yourself. So you have to be concerned for all, feel for all, do what we can do for all, and be beneficial to all. So trying to comprehend everyone, think for everyone, and then do for everyone. So this is kind of the Eightfold Path and the Four Noble Truths, that we're trying to have this right conduct in Buddhism. That's not just for like our personal salvation or our goodness, our morality, but trying to be harmonious with everyone around so that everyone around will be harmonious with you. So it's just trying to become pure through repetition of simple activities. You have this idea maybe in your head of Buddhism as meditation. There's a wonderful Buddhist meditation center in town, maybe post COVID, great place to check out. I know many of my students in the past have gone there and enjoyed the simplicity of the practice. But really, what it is, it's not just sitting there and meditating that or chanting your that gets you kind of a pure life. It's arranging your whole life around simple activities and finding the joy, finding the purity in those simple activities. And as you go throughout all of your day, if everything becomes habit, you stop thinking about it, you stop worrying about it. You're trying to get rid of that tension in your body and mind. You're trying to get rid of anxiety and despair. So you're trying to clear your mind of all these worries so that you can be pure. That's kind of the understanding of purity in Buddhism. In this statement, I mean, it's kind of funny because all you need to do, right? Like this is easy, but all you need to do in Buddhism is unlearn the worldly things and return to your original purity. It, the idea is that we've stacked so much responsibility, so much care upon ourselves that we no longer can truly be responsible or care for ourselves. There's so many artificial worries. There are so many unnatural dividing points between people that we need to get rid of those according to Buddhism. Otherwise, we will suffer. All can do this. All can do the practice according to Buddhism. but you need to work your way through, and you need to be able to understand that life is suffering. The self is the cause of suffering. Getting rid of the self is the end of suffering. And we need to, according to Buddhism, then live our lives in everything, in the ways that we think, that we talk, that we act, to be against the self.